Hey everybody, it's Coach Matt. I just wanted to take a little time. I know with the quarantine and the social distancing, it's tough to do anything baseball related. We can't get together as a team and practice like we want to. So I just wanted to give y'all a couple of drills that you can do, minimal equipment, minimal space, and maybe get a little exercise so you don't go crazy in the house. The first drill I want to show you is simply our warm-up, right? When you're playing baseball, you're gonna have to play defense, and part of playing defense is throwing. And we always want to take care of our arms so that we don't overdo it or hurt it. And a big part of taking care of our arms is warming up, right? So I like to teach y'all what I feel like is the appropriate way to warm up. It happens in phases. We start off with working our wrist, we drop to our knee and warm up our shoulder and work on our follow through, and then finally we stand up and start spreading apart and really stretching out that arm and warming up, okay? A couple things you need to remember. I want you to remember there's a certain grip I want you to be doing when you're warming up. And when you're throwing in the field, it's not like pitching. You're not worried about throwing a two-seam fastball. You're not worried about throwing, a circle change. What I want you to do is I want you to do what's called a four-seam grip. That's a four-seam grip, and what's going to happen is when you release, those fingertips are going to be on the last seams, and they're going to catch it, and they're going to help it spin and help it stay up in the air. So as a fielder, you always want to work on that grip, okay? That's something that you need to worry about, and I want you to constantly be thinking until it just develops to be natural. The second thing I want you to always remember is I have a saying about warming up. You warm up to throw hard. You don't throw hard to warm up, okay? We want to get our arms nice and loose to allow us in the games to throw hard, okay? But when we're warming up, we're taking it nice and easy. We're having good mechanics, good follow through, good crow hop when we get to the distance, okay? And another thing to remember is before any type of game, when you're warming up, you should be throwing at least in your warm-up as far away as you're going to be throwing in the game, right? So the bags at our age are 60 feet apart. So when you're warming up, you should be at least 60 feet apart, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. You wanna move over to this side? All right, get over here. So here's how we start our warm-up. It's starting with, we're just have our elbow cradled in our glove, and we're just snapping the wrist, right? Snapping the wrist. We're kind of loosening up the wrist. We're also reminding ourselves that the wrist plays an important part in the delivery. You can get a lot of velocity, a lot of accuracy on your throws by proper wrist snap. Staying on top of the ball and getting on top of it, snapping that wrist. So we're just do about 10 of these, right? Snapping the wrist. Then we're gonna drop back. We drop to a knee. Your throwing hand, knee should be on the ground. Your glove hand, knee should be up. And all you're doing is you're throwing, and you're gonna follow through, and you're gonna end up with your chest on your knee. Right? Throw, follow through, chest on the knee, right? We want to get used to following through because it helps us stay on top of the ball, helps us get the ball right in our partner's chest, right? If we don't follow through, we're sometimes leaving the ball way up and we're making our partner chase, right? We want to do that about 10, 15 throws. And then after that, we stand up, get a little bit farther apart, and we just start throwing. Right? So it's nice, easy throws, getting our arm loose. And after so many throws, when you're warm at this spot, then you spread out, get a little bit farther. Right, so ultimately you're getting a little bit of a crow hop Nice easy crow hop. Look at that, Luke's got some good distance. Got a little air under it. He's making sure his arms get nice and warm. Good pick. All right, come on in. All right, that's how we start off all our practices. You know, the proper warm-up is going to go a long way to getting your arm ready for the game. It's going to go a long way to making sure you have a healthy arm so you don't throw it out. What you saw here is kind of a condensed version of how we do it. You want to eventually get the distance that's appropriate for your age group and the position you're playing, stretch it out. Like I said, we don't throw hard to warm up. We warm up to throw hard. Just remember that. And your four-seam grip. And I appreciate Luke helping me out, being my guinea pig. And we'll see about doing a couple more videos. All right, thanks, and we'll see y'all soon.